me before the race started, yeah, man, I think I got a chance to repeat. I ain't gonna lie to you, Chuck. About halfway through that race, I said, man,
you're looking good.
You weren't looking good. You back in around 6th place, but you stayed a factor. And when you had a chance and you shifted, man, you went for it.
Hey, by far we didn't have the best car tonight. I messed up on qualifying both laps, and we just didn't have the car. We missed qualifying. We missed the setup. We didn't have the car to win.
You got a flat tire.
And you got a flat tire.
But I mean, if I wasn't banging off the wall, cars was banging into me. So I mean, I was just driving as hard as I could drive. You know, my girlfriend missed it. She said, just at least get a 3rd. So then I got to win. So I mean, it's all good. And I just want to thank my sponsors, all my crew, all the Villa 86 Motors, Science Center. I can't believe it. I mean, this stands ought to be packed every week for action like this. I mean, I don't know what it looked like no prayer, but there's a hell of a run down here.
Damn good race. The dream season last year, the dream continues, doesn't it?
I better pick it up a little bit, Joe, because I tell you, my neck was killing me. I was bouncing me. Just like, 100 laps, I've been used to 75. I want to go home and work out.
There you go. Chuck Lawson, last year's champion, back in victory lane.
Woo, what are you talking about? That man bounced on the wall 5 or 6 times in front of me. And I'll tell you one thing, get a wheel man. You know, that comes with time. You know, and we raced side by side in the first 10 laps. I told my dad, good to be back. You know, thank all my guys. I mean, we had to do something different last year, and but decided to come back. You won't find a lot of races than what you see tonight. I mean, I hate it for Craig. You know, everybody was loose, tight, whatever you want to call it. First of all, I want to thank Grandma Pallet, Insurance Tire, Johnson's Body Shop, Sign Graphics that does some work this week. But Rocket Joe, Custom Tool and Altec, and all these things. We need to put this in there and just show what kind of racing this place got. It's just some of the best young people. Appreciate everybody coming out.
If fans don't like that, then they just don't even like racing. So, you know, I hate to finish second, but I'm glad to finish the race first of all. But the tires, there's no tire left on that thing. I mean, the right rear is blistered and coming apart. I mean, maybe they should just put us on blistered tires every week, and maybe we'll put on a show like that.
Well, the question of the night is you and Craig touch there near the end.
I never touched it. I packed it down in there and slid up close to his left rear, and I guess he gassed up a little too hard.
All right, man, I know you want to thank your sponsors.
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank God, and I want to thank Accent Imaging and the Colors On for coming on board with us this year, and I want to thank Wiggs Towing, M&N Construction, PPHI Motorsports, Paul Parker Home Improvements, Pereira Race Parts, Orange County Speedway for letting us race here.
Hey man, did this feel like last year when you and Chuck going at it again, duking it already?
Oh yeah, it's still a long season yet to go, and we'll see what it brings.
All right, Trip Mastergill, good runner-up finish.
Leading the race, tough break there at the very end.
Yeah, you know, we led 93 out of 100 laps, and I really think we had the car to beat tonight. The right rear tire seemed to have blistered all the way around the outside edge about a ½ inch, and I think that's probably what happened about lap 40, because from a lap 40 to 93, when we lost the lead and spun out, when the 18 was up beside us, you know, the car was really, really tough to drive because it was really, really loose on entry, and I basically had to just pretty much couldn't even turn the steering wheel getting in the corner because it was so loose on entry. I dialed probably, you know, I don't know how many rounds of front braking it, trying to keep it tight, and I really think if we wouldn't have had so many cautions in that race, I still maybe could have won the race because, you know, those tires going through heat cycle and it blistering, it just got me, man. But, you know, to lead 93 of 100 laps, you know, I can't hang my head about too much because I really wasn't happy from the car from the start of the day. I felt like we could have stood on the pole. We wound up changing 4 springs on it, track bar and a sway bar today during practice because I wound up having a bad shock. I had a bad shock that we found out I've been had for probably 2 weeks, and I went and borrowed one this morning from a good friend of mine, Kenny Forbes, and you know, I had adjusted the car to a bad shot. And so with that being said, when I put a good shot back on it, man, that thing was out in left field and was really, really loose. So I feel really confident. I think we got something to work with here, and you know, I'm looking forward to continuing for this championship this year.
Thank you, Craig.
Which this has always been the best for short track to do some racing on. And if that wants some best racing you ever want to see, I mean, Chuck on the high side, we down low, then coming in, getting some air at the tire, put a little wedge in. I mean, you just talking about it was some fun racing. I mean, good racing, clean racing. I mean, that was some good racing. I enjoyed it, and hope next time is just as good as this time.
Man, that was a blast. I really had a good car. You know, I thought I had something at the end. The whole time I was just riding. You know, when they went by me on the start, I was just saving my tires. I knew we were going to have tire problems. You know, I just checked my tires. I didn't have any blister, and I know everybody else did. I was just riding. Just started getting a little warm. I could smell something burning, but I couldn't figure out what it was. The power steering slip, you know, wasn't working for a couple laps, and just kept getting more of a burning smell. And I seen the water temperature getting up a little bit, but I didn't know what was going on, and just went up in smoke. I think it burned a piston or something. Hopefully it's not too bad because it still runs. But yeah, it was fun, man. We were racing hard out there.
Will you be back?
Yeah, we'll definitely be back. Hopefully, you know, we're back at the next race. Just got to get, you know, the motor torn down and get it fixed. Yeah, we should be back here next race. I plan on racing here. I don't know if we'll race for points. Plan on racing a lot. It's close to home, only 20 minutes away. I do a lot of Saturday racing. You know, racing at South Boston earlier this year. We plan on going to Kinley and Motor Mile and probably hit Ace. So I look forward to being back. I really was excited about my run today.
Well, thanks for coming out. And it sounds like you blew a right rear tire going in turn 3 there. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, it's, on the restart there, we was kind of biding our time, trying to work our way up. Came into 3 and it just went around. Got caught up with a couple different cars. Came in and checked it out. There's some pretty big chunks missing out of the tire. So, but overall, it's not a whole lot of structure damage. So we should be back.
Mike, tough night tonight.
Yeah.
What happened?
We were just cruising, trying to save the tires because everybody seems to have a tire blister, and we were just at that cruise on the outside, and day after that competition caution, I think the 87 blew a right rear getting in the corner and spun in front of me, and we all just wadded up down there. Mason got into me, and just nowhere to go. Everybody was right down the group after the restart, and just bad luck winning nights, you know. So.
Any plans for next race?
We'll try to get something back together. You know, we went back out there and just ran a couple laps, try to pick up a couple of spots that we could, and you know, we'll try to run for this championship, and this is not the way we want to start.
Had a good run going there, and in the top 4 right there. Tell us about it.
Well, right around lap 35, 40, my spotter came over the radio and said that the 2 was right behind me, and I got to thinking, you know, I really wanted the outside line on that restart because I knew at lap 50 we'd have a caution. So I went ahead and let him get by me and just rode, you know, for the next 10, 15 laps. And then we went back green flag running, and the car got tight. I don't know what happened. So
now everyone's talking about the tires. Did you have any tire issues?
Yeah, my right side's blistered up real bad. I mean, we've never had that issue, you know, before. So hopefully we can figure out something and maybe come back here next week and see if we can get these guys a run for the money.
It's Brandon Baker.
2 weeks from now, Orange County Speedway back in action. Mark your calendars. It's easy to remember through October, the 2nd Saturday and the 4th Saturday. April 27th, back here at 7 o'clock. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Buckle up. We'll see you next time at Orange County Speedway.